So this story in particular has driven the internet fucking bananas, right?
Classy.
There was a pregnant woman who was driving in the carpool lane, and she got a fine for driving alone.
Oh, because the baby doesn't count as another passenger?
It doesn't?
Baby does not count as a passenger.
Why?
That's what the cops said.
That's fucked up.
Oh, she's pregnant.
How many months though? How many months?
She's pretty late. She's pretty late.
I think after a certain time you gotta let it slide, bro.
Yeah,
You gotta let it slide, bro.
She was so pregnant that she was 34 weeks into her pregnancy.
Can I also say something in LA? You drive on a freeway long enough, you'll see so many fucking people in the carpool lane by themselves.
100%. Yeah, like Bart Kwan.
Bart Kwan, like you couldn't pull over somebody else?
Well, that's probably because they have what do you call it? The fast pass.
No. I'm talking about a regular carpool lane, not because I don't go.
When you buy the fast pass though, you literally feel like you work for the FBI.
Honestly,
Like I have that in my car. It's going every carpool lane, even when the fucking Montana and shit.
And they can't get you?
I don't know. I
don't know.
FBI fast pass.
It's pretty hard to get caught for that shit.
that's what I mean.
It's like
It's almost like getting a ticket for jaywalking.
That was my little move, dude. If I was ever, 405 was fucked up, I'd just be like, fuck it.
Dude, everybody. Yeah, but the thing is, if you get pulled over, you just be like, oh, I thought this was the fast track, sorry,
Well, maybe it works for you, Can.
Yeah, it works for your fucking Vietnamese charm.
Yeah.
Vietnamese charm.
You don't have a punchable face. That's the problem.
My ticket's already written by the time they reach the fucking window.
Yeah.
That's true, because Ken got a face.
Yeah, you got a little oopsie doopsie.
He's like, sorry, officer, and he's like, it's cool.
What's a carpool lane?
He's too innocent.
Well, because the whole point, so the actual point of a carpool lane was for, not for traffic reasons, right? For there's too many cars on the road. Ride sharing.
Yeah.
There's a benefit for, ride sharing, so you're not
Which was
fucking producing gas.
Pseudo pollution.
It was for commuting people, because they knew that people commute to the city for work, because obviously nobody lives in the city. And so it's like, well, these people are more important because they're actually working.
Well, it was an incentive to get people to ride together.
Yeah, it's like less congestion, less pollution.
But how much does it suck if you're not neighbors with people that you work with?
You're assed out, man.
Sucks ass, dude.
But I also think if you're by yourself and there's a lot of traffic and there's nothing in the carpool lane, if you go in there, aren't you kind of relieving traffic a little bit by getting out of traffic?
Bro, open the fucking lane up. Give everybody the lane.
Right.
You know what the problem is? The biggest issue is that people don't know how to merge.
That's true.
Are you sure?
That's what causes
You're not sure it's like an anger issue?
But dude, think about LA and how congested it is. Just give everybody the fucking lane.
Yeah.
Open it up. It's not like you guys are building us another road, so just give us the fucking lane already.
Or how about during COVID when no one's driving, fucking put another lane into the fucking freeway?
Yeah, of course not.
Instead of doing construction now after everyone's driving back on it.
That is true, though. That's what makes it an express lane, is that you're not merging, and merging is the fucking... It's that one snake scientific effect, where what you did here is happening miles back now.
Exactly, and that's the problem. One fucking asshole breaks because he's looking at his phone, not even trying to merge, and then causes...
And then that activity is just happening way less on the left side.
Because how many times have you... Obviously, this is like a cliche, but every time you're stuck in traffic for 15 minutes, and then you get to the point where traffic starts opening up, and there's nothing that's stopping.
Or you go and then there's a fucking car on fire or some shit. Everyone was just staring the whole time. That's
If only. It's usually a guy on the fucking side. He's just tying his shoe. And what's going on? I gotta slow all the way down. Holy shit! This guy's shoes are all untied. That's crazy. Man.
It's like when you're observing the fucking stars with a telescope, and you're like, oh, that star's not there anymore. We're just looking at the light from years ago. Yeah. That's what you're doing. Is you're passing what happened way the fuck back.
So annoying.
What's the worst thing you guys ever seen that where freeway's completely stopped when you're like
a burning guy?
a burning person.
I'm just kidding. No, I've never seen that shit. That's crazy.
So this woman's 34 weeks in, right? 34 weeks. She gets stopped by the police for driving by herself in a carpool lane on her way to pick up her son. She argued with the officer that she hadn't violated any laws because of Texas abortion laws. The fetus she was carrying was considered a human and passenger.
Oh, that's an interesting loop.
That is.
You got it. You become your own lawyer. You're like, okay, let's fucking find some shit, right?
Well, honestly, but take it to court. Like, the cop is there to just fucking give you a ticket.
Well, so that's what she did. So she
argued that in court. I see.
And she basically says, if a fetus is considered a life before birth, why doesn't it count as a second passenger? You can tell she's fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Right?
She's yelling, dude.
And after hearing her case, a judge dismissed her first ticket, but in the following month of July, a then pregnant same chick was issued another ticket for riding in the carpool lane by herself again. She's the unluckiest chick I've ever heard about.
And she was pregnant again too, or
She's still pregnant. She's still carrying.
Oh, it's the same lady.
She's still carrying that motherfucker. What if she's driving like an asshole?
She's baiting. I think she's baiting to make this point in court.
Well, because it will set a precedence, right? So if they rule that is not, then can't they use that?
I assume so.
In abortion law.
I don't know.
I'm all for people getting out of tickets like that.
Yeah, but also the
too.
reality of it is like she's not really using the carpool lane for what it's intended. So it's like you're just
what is that
you're just
for?
getting a free ride.
What is that for?
Stop using logic.
She's getting a free
Shit, dude. Get out of here, man.
You're right, but at the expense of women.
Yeah. But also, that's fucking lame, dude.
I think
But it's true. That's the reality of it.
pregnant ladies get full access to carpool lane and the handicap thingamabob.
Yeah. Don't they have the sign on the bus where it's like, if you fucking handicap or pregnant, like, reserve this area?
Bro.
Because I've seen that in
Oh.
trains and shit in Japan.
Like the special seats, yeah.
Well,
There's like a corner.
if she got in a car accident and like a drunk driver, wouldn't he be charged with like unborn?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and also too, think about all the stuff pregnant chicks can't do. They can't eat sushi. They can't do caffeine. They can't drink coffee.
wine.
They can't jump on trampolines.
Can't keep their mouth shut.
So you're just saying just
Damn
let
right.
him have the carpool lane.
Let them have the fuck. Who cares?
You can't watch Law and Order.
Who cares? Especially in Texas.
Yeah.
They don't. Do they have traffic problems like that?
Yeah,
yes,
they do.
Texas
Big
the
time.
big city, yeah, the big city still.
All right. So then let her fucking.
all the Californians with their creative traffic.
All the hogs on the road.
Do they have to pay for a second ticket when they go to a fucking orchestra because they baby can hear it?
They can't hear it.
Yeah, now you got
Hey, that's small.
And the
business.
baby's benefiting intelligence-wise from hearing.
It's up to that. It's up to the small business.
If I was,
I don't know, because kids usually eat free until they're 4. So, like, it's like, maybe it's like they could listen free until they're 4.
What about if you go on an airplane and you have like a newborn? Do you have to pay a ticket for that newborn?
You should have to.
You don't have to pay a ticket until they're 3.
On Spirit, you definitely do. On Spirit,
That's your carry-on.
Do they get a seat until they're 3, or do they just sit on the lap?
They just sit on your lap. Until they're 3, you don't have to pay for anything.
Got it. So in that case, I think it's.
if I'm Hans Zimmer, I'm putting the fucking screws to pregnant chicks.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're paying extra for sure.
Put the screws to him on Zimmer.
I'd rather just charge them for everything.
What about tickets though? What about?
Everything. They just charge them.
Well, then if you're a pregnant woman and you get a speeding ticket, do you get charged for endangering a baby's life?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, see, there's
And then they get the baby taken away from you.
That's why the internet's kind of going crazy about this one because it's like your immediate inclination is to have her back, right? Yeah. Because we're like, yeah, fuck the man and shit, right? And then she's like, this is an unborn person, and then everyone's like, okay, maybe not though. You know what I mean? So then, because they're like, oh fuck, that fucks with, like, I don't want them to ban abortion in my area, right? So then it's like, okay, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Right? Yeah. And then it's like, but we're also kind of still rooting for her to get away with it, right?
Yeah, because also if you treat it like a second person, then is it okay to drive with the baby in your lap that was born?
Ooh, is that against?
No, but it's on your person, so it's different.
Well, she's not gonna have to worry about it anymore. Because good news, she gave birth to her baby.
Now she could use that fucking.
Now
got a car
she could be in a car.
But she's still getting the carpool in by herself.
She gets a speeding ticket.
She leaves the baby at home and goes in the carpool lane by herself.
Yeah, and she goes, check it out. I got jizz in my mouth. And it's about to happen. I'm about to have a baby.
She's in my mouth.
that right there.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I just got cream pied 5 minutes ago, so consider it a baby.
But to Bart, you could get pregnant if you got jizz in your mouth.
No, because she's saying that. She goes,
According to Bart.
and then she goes, beep, 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 like that.
Oh, okay. She finger bangs herself a little bit with after finger fucking her mouth. A little bit. Oh, okay. That makes sense, Bart. Thank you, Bart.
We got things figured out.
That's how babies are made.
We're practically
From
doctors.
athletes.
We had a lawyer on our show yesterday. That was kind of crazy.